To heaven? The Luciferians want to be able to trap the souls of people in a synthetic dimension. Let's forget Luciferian. It was just something. Think you're going to heaven? The Luciferians want to be able to trap the souls of people in a synthetic dimension. Let's forget about the concept of an oversoul, something truly cosmic and untouchable, for a minute. They can, at the least, seriously mess with your soul extensions or soul-related energies by keeping you trapped in another dimension. Of course, they can inflict hellish experiences on you when they trap you there. As far as I know, there may be several ways they can keep you indefinitely. One can be in a coma as a clone. Another can be in some kind of holographic form, at least in part. They can also just keep the actual living version of you there, keeping you alive and healthy and youthful. One caveat they have in their artificial empire is that it's all run on electricity. So when they use the word eternal, actually that only applies as long as the power is on. The spiritual realms. Think about it. This is the last frontier. You can only go so far in the 3D world. The human body is how much different than any other mammals? More intelligent transhumanist elements in the government have probably realized some time ago that humans per se were probably at the end of their collective life cycle in a way. Technology is surpassing the third dimension. The physical body is a clunky 3D vessel. Where did humans come from? Where do they go when they die? Just like the Human Genome Project and the Brain Mapping Project, already done, the Obama initiative is just a front for slowly disclosing what's already been done. The people who run the world and their breakaway civil, just a front for the Human Genome Project and the Brain Mapping Project, already done. The Obama initiative is just a front for slowly disclosing what's already been done.
Now y'all hear that? And that's why I always tell y'all, when they bring shit out, it's already old. They brought out back in 2012 or some whatever year when the Brain Initiative program came out from Obama. They announced it to us, but it was already here. We're dealing with old technology that's really just new to us.
The people who run the world and their breakaway civilization have created a spiritual realm project to research, harness and exploit everything possible with the hereafter that is to conquer it and control it. The Navy is interested in using the soul energies of others to travel to heaven and / or other spiritual realms. They study this intensely. They use / or other. The Navy is interested in using the soul energies of others to travel to heaven and / or other spiritual realms. They study this intensely. They
need your energy, and they study this intensely. While you working, you at your job right now. You know, you doing some irrelevant shit just so you can get that fiat dollar, right? So you can pay a bill and give it all back. But this is what the beasts do. This is the reason why they keep us in the rat race. This is the reason why they got us, doing unnecessary stuff so that way they can do this. And you don't have time to investigate, analyze, use your brain, and see what the Rock has been cooking all along. Because you got to get paid, right? You got to get those new Jordans. You got to go, you got to go to the mall. You got to go ahead and get your eyelashes done. All this unnecessary shit. When God done gave you eyelashes from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? So, they got us caught up in, and this is what I mean by this perpetual loop of being in the Matrix. Because they got us caught up in unnecessary bullshit. Meanwhile, your soul is being harvested in some cloning facility. And they're just using your energy. The Navy is interested in using the soul energies of others to travel to heaven. You know what I'm saying? What the hell are these people doing to us? You have no idea. But you think you know. You think you know what's going on. But you have no fucking deal.
Use star seeds to communicate with the dead. They have indeed successfully stolen very graphic, real celestial visions associated with angelic realms from spiritual people. I do mean stolen. They can take these and store them and prevent the subject from ever accessing them again in a spiritual way. With the dead. They have indeed successfully stolen very graphic, real celestial visions associated with angelic realms from spiritual people. I do mean stolen. They can take these and store them and prevent the subject from ever accessing them again in a spiritual way. They can despiritualize an individual, as hard as this may be to believe. In this respect alone, they certainly can spiritualize an individual, prevent the subject from ever accessing them again in a spiritual way. They can despiritualize an individual as hard as this may be to believe.
Didn't Jesus say that the days shall be shortened? If the days wasn't shortened, even the very elect wouldn't be saved? See, you got to learn how to make the Bible make sense. You got to make it make sense, people. So when you combine that scripture to this, it makes perfect fucking sense. They're despiritualizing people. Jesus said, I got to shorten the days because even the so-called chosen, the 144, can get fucked up in this shit.
In this respect alone, they certainly can steal one's soul. Think about stories related from near-death experiences, NDE, stories of angels, guardian angels et.al. In fact, this particular Navy group will use a highly spiritual subject to communicate with a guardian angel and ask them to intercede in certain affairs on their behalf, now and in the future, in a ridiculously structured fake benevolent format. The thing is, the subject isn't doing this by their own free will. They didn't drive to a military laboratory/hospital, walk inside, sign papers and then proceed to be experimented on. They are abducted in a fashion that you'd see in the plethora of sci-fi movies that do this stuff,
You see?
and are totally mind-controlled, directed to do it.
And that's why I always tell people watch these sci-fi movies.
Scientists and doctors working with this Navy Special Operations Group will perform actual NDEs on a subject, crossing them over to the other side and monitor their soul biospiritual feedback and interact with the subject, asking them who and what they see, etc. They will have used quantum jumping, or maybe clones, to bring close family members or friends to the hospital/lab and have them standing around the bed of the subject. They will be directed to comfort the subject while they are in a real or simulated death. I was told that they really do kill you to pull this off, but they bring you back. The subject's family members will ask the subject to talk to grandpa, for example, or maybe a famous historical figure, and try to impart information to them if some kind of time travel or timeline alteration operation is being done. The subject's actual movement across time-space is actually visible and tracked by the team. It is extremely eerie. It looks like an endless sea of white with the subject taking huge leaps. The subject will wake up, be brought back, extremely disoriented and agitated, flipped out. More than one subject can also be used in tandem with them. The subject may retain more than a screen memory. They can actually remember the event and seeing other subjects who were sent across time with them. The experience is almost like a race where you are competing with the other subject. It is extremely scary. It's what you would think death would be like in the absence of any spiritual component, just a kind of dumb, helpless consciousness utterly lost in a sick void. They nicknamed this the bunny hop. I mentioned a sea of white. It's not the bright white light associated with passing over. It's a troubling static-like type of white, for lack of a better description. The overall objective of NDE missions, aside from studies, is to alter timelines. This may also touch on use of the subject in future operations such as in world wars and other major catastrophes, where extreme Hail Mary efforts to perform whatever tasks may be needed, including operations in post-apocalyptic settings. Example, in the aftermath of a nuclear war. Also, they said they are close in their synthetic timelines to being able to access people from organic timelines. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but it's a goal. I know they are confident and ambitious. What else can they use a psychic subject for? They can use their properties to try to provide a way to retroactively rescue someone in a car crash so they wake up in a room full of friends or something similar instead of ending up in a hospital or dead. Equals Topsy Turvy. This is an internal term used by this Navy Special Ops group for when they take someone, meaning quantum jump them to their place. Their place is the hospital/lab they are working out of. They can do this to anyone anytime. They remotely force the subject to take a deep breath, and when they exhale they are transported. Let's return to the use of Luciferian/synthetic dimensions to archive human energies such as minds and souls. It's theoretically possible for millions of people to be topsy-turvy in one fell swoop or at stages, having their souls, or spiritual essences, as well as all energies, that is Divic/auric body, mind/consciousness, and, of course, their overall biological body down to every.
I just want to say before I shut the video off, you see a lot of YouTube videos, people be talking about they having these dreams, especially a lot of these Christians out here. I'm just telling y'all people, man, do not be believing these fucking dreams. Okay? The dreams that you're having are most likely fake. They ain't nothing but a simulated reality that they're being projected inside your damn brain. Alright? People be falling for these dreams, man. Crying all on the video. I seen some. I don't watch it. I turn it on, see what they talk about. See them crying all emotional. Man, I turn that shit the fuck off, man. Because see, them people don't know. They don't know the advancement of the technology in today's society. They still caught up in the faith world. You know, faith is the substance of things hoped for and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're not caught up in the tangible evidence. There's tangible evidence out here. You see what I'm saying? Of what the beast has for your monkey ass. You see what I'm saying? But you still caught up in the religion, so you're not seeing it. So don't get out of that dream bullshit. Don't be believing nothing. You cannot believe nothing these days. If they showed you it, it's probably some type of motherfucking Ponzi scheme. Especially if you remember. Because they can make you remember what they want you to remember. Or you know what I'm saying? Or they can delete. You can wake up and not remember nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not remember none of your dreams. So it's the technology. Man, look, these people beam me all day, dog. So I know what I'm talking about. And then and even with this book right here. This book right here I got right here. It's called The Visible Crime. You know what I'm saying? This dude right here. You know, even in that book right there, you know, the dude, you know, he talks about how he was abducted. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I'm trying to tell you, man, look, I live this life. I don't pay attention to what people talk about. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, these so-called conscious people and stuff like that. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I basically gotta forgive them for what they know, not what they do or say. You see what I'm saying? Because they just still ignorant. You know, they still concerned about the pyramids and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But when they get activated and when the beast come for their motherfucking monkey ass, you know what I'm saying, to start, you know, because everybody's being experimented on. Trust me. Everybody is being experimented on. You see a lot more people talking about ringing in the ears now. There's so many videos now. And they still being misled. Talking about it's the ancestors and the angels and all this stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're waking up. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You can get that shit to one of them Ogie. You could get that shit to the cat down the road. I'm gonna use Ralph Smart. Get that shit to the cat down the road. You know what I'm saying? You can miss me with that. About no damn waking up, you ringing in your ears, waking up and all. I know it's frequency. This is a frequency warfare that's going on. And this is what they're using, electronic scalar wave technology. Okay? Brain scanners, you know, all types of frequency, all types of motherfucking high-tech shit that you don't know nothing about. And you being beamed and bombarded with this shit 24/7. You know, while you woke and while you sleep. So all these dreams that you might be having is just projections of what they're putting in your head. Because I have all these crazy dreams. Now since I don't smoke weed, I be remembering my dreams and shit. I only remember some of it. I don't remember all of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's like I remember what they want me to remember. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just be remembering some of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of the dreams most of the dreams don't even make no goddamn sense. But what I'm saying is I believe there's just nothing but projections that they're implanting in your head and they could get you. It's nothing but Project Bluebeam. They can get you. They're going to make you be believing this shit and get you caught up in fear and all this bullshit. Don't believe the hype.
So, taken. The main thing to consider here though is heisting of the soul and mind. When they do this they call you a new one or nobody, meaning the you sitting on your couch are newly made and no longer spiritual but rather a type of soul less synthetic. They have the spiritual.
And for the record right now, I'm home right now and when I looked outside the window, and the same usual bots is home right with me. They don't go nowhere. They stay here right with me. They got to monitor DB 24/7, dog. They don't go nowhere. My neighbors is home right now.
You can tell I think I'm sexy. Yeah. And average things just don't impress